Good morning. Oh yeah, just fucking around. The Bench episode 1. Oh my goodness. We talked about them removing affixes, I think, in the Bench 1, right? Because they kept trying to do stupid shit with War Within affixes, and then they were like, you know what, we're scrapping this. Yeah, they hit us with an affix rework or something, and then they were like, you know what, we're done with this shit. Did you play Classic Plus if Boomy is a top DPS pack? I'm gonna play Classic Plus regardless, just for the fun of it. No guy for my favorite podcast. Hello. I'm gonna play it just for the hell of it, and hopefully I have fun. Yo, what up? 30 chapters in this episode? Yeah, well, I didn't do the chapters. You could probably tell when I started. The first, I think, like 2 episodes, Feb did them. And then, I don't remember what happened. But it was like, Grau was like, yeah, I have Feb paid out for some work that I never ended up finishing, like, because Grau never did it or whatever. And he goes, yeah, we'll get Feb to do these. And then that happened for like 2 eps, and then it was like, all right, you're doing them now. And I'm like, okay. I think I'm going to start next Thursday. Happy Friday. Yep. It's Fiki Friday. Oh, Presevoker. Yeah, that's why there's so many chapters, because I wasn't doing it. Also, it's completely unnecessary for there to be that many chapters, frankly, but it was okay. Now I do the chapters that I'm like, eh, this is plenty. Meme or what's going on? It's not really the big day. It's a big day, Luigi. I think meme would make it sound too serious. This morning I woke up and was working on my Season 2 dungeon guide video. I've got 2 dungeons done. Altar of Fangs and King's Rest. Only got 6 more to make notes on. Like all the hard parts. What dungeon is this? It says Blade Scar.
Have a good one.
Playing on Reddit? Look. Nah, it was definitely not Void Scar. What is this dungeon?
Just make sure it's
I fucked up. Went to the wrong dungeon. What dungeon is Den of Nalarak. Okay. Sure. Cannot teleport, spell not learned. What? How is it not learned? Hold W. Kill every mob. Yes. I don't think it's... Yeah, I don't know. Rising Star. Look, I just put a lot of effort into it. And now I get... And now I have to take a... Now I'm taking a few months break from the long form content. Because... Well, actually, there's one more video. But then I'm taking a few months off for the long form content. Because the new season came out. And then after like... In like October... I'm going to start ramping back up the long form content again. Ellie Boomy or Devour Demon Hunter? Yeah. Elemental Shaman, no. But no, Moonkin. Long form content break? Well, you got one more. You got the Zero to Hero.
Glad I could help.
Which... Soon. Opium. Shop vacuuming all the water in my basement? I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm gonna have a... I'm gonna have a weekly series that's covering the raid. That'll go. That'll probably pop off, hopefully.
5,
Hopefully that goes crazy.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I've genuinely no idea how it's gonna do.
As you spoke of. Sit,
The variants of those videos could be,
but be ready.
you know,
This is the lower of war.
20,000 views to fucking 100,000 views. I have no idea.
They would be hot. Nalarak, Dendrina, the lower of war will test that
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a weekly raid series. That'll be sick. You can start that during the... At the race first, or wait until after? Oh no, it's covering every single week of my experience in the raid. So I mean, the first episode's gonna come out while I'm still at the race. I'm gonna script it and record it at the race. The BlizzCon ep, yeah, that one's gonna be a little bit tough. I have to think about what to do for that. In 20-hour days. I mean, I have some time. It's not like writing a script for my... It's not like writing a script for the raid series is going to be like that arduous, right? Like on... So like the plan that I have for the content structure for like how I get this stuff to the editor is... On, so my guild raids Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, right? So how I have the content structured, like in terms of like how I'm gonna get it to the editor, is on Friday morning. I'm gonna get him the visuals, the timestamps, the script, and the voiceover recording of what happened. From basically reset till from basically reset until like the end of raid on Wednesday, right? Maybe there's gonna be something, you know, some innocuous shit on Thursday and Friday, but like probably nothing like big. And then after raid on Sunday. Okay, that's going to be a long day. After raid on Sunday, I need to, by Monday morning, get him the stuff that he needs to do for, like, the absolute, like, final, I would say, like, 2 minutes of the edit. So that day might be long. Like, in a normal week, that wouldn't really be that big of a crunch for me. But being at the race, that might be a bit of a crunch. We'll see though. It'll be fine. Look, sometimes you gotta work longer hours than you anticipate. A day in the life of Doug. Oh my god. Wake up, nap.
forces will keep you alive.
Yeah, those should be like probably somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes apiece, ideally. Why are those fish floating? I don't know. I think 20 is the absolute longest that those videos should be. So I'm gonna have to work on pace. I'm gonna have to work on pacing a lot with those videos. I wouldn't be shocked if like 15 minutes is probably the average. New video is great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Retake 6 bonus rolls. Fair. Look. I'm gonna make some weekly content at Reset. Where I don't take... Where I may also be taking a bunch of bonus rolls, but the good news is that there's more content than just taking bonus rolls.
Fucking
Yo.
hate Tails being happy. What a dickhead. Fuck you, Tails.
Fresh Brew, thank you for the sub. Oh my god, starting the subs off early.
Always like the horse
I feel it. Doug's getting a treat today.
burden others.
I feel it.
Their money hashe. Use their most
He said priest video at the end of this month. Look,
for the good of the
I'm not the person editing the priest video. So- I want the priest. Look, I wanted it as bad as you did. Today's a sad day to be a moon kid. Stop! Don't say shit like that. It's not even that OP. Look, you look through all the dummy dome logs, and it's not that OP. You even look at the Mythic Plus logs, and it's not even the best DPS. What do you mean stop? I didn't see it. Because Sid said it's a good day to be a fucking moonkin. Implying that I'm getting nerfed today. Stop. We don't get nerfed? Dude, moonkin's not even that OP. Like, I don't... Madge. If it gets nerfed, I'll be sad. What else is Boomkin gonna fucking play if Moonkin gets nerfed, man? They just pad to look good? I mean... Look, the real spec that's getting nerfed here is Marksmanship Hunter, but like... The shit's getting shot into the ground. It's insane because I actually think that Mythic Plus balance is really, 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 really good right now. Now, raid ballots, they keep designing 2-target bosses in raid for this season, which has to be the least balanced damage profile of all time. Where you get some specs that go 1 target, 1 damage, 2 targets, 2 damage, and then they fucking absolutely just rinse the floor with everybody else. For some reason, there's like a bunch of fucking 2-target fights that are in the raid that are pretty hard. The Coiled Altar and Twin Fangs, both of those are 2-target encounters that are like bosses 6 and 7. So, like... They're bosses 6 and 7. So, like... Yeah, they're gonna be fucking hard and imbalanced. 2-target is the least balanced damage profile in the fucking game, and so this raid... The Mythic Plus season currently is incredibly well balanced, but the raid, I do not know if it shares the same fate. Which is, it's remarkable that Mythic Plus is so well balanced and the raid is probably not in this current iteration. Fugeki, I have a question. When is your favorite streamer, twitch.tv/Dazer, coming back? Oh, that's a Holy Priest? Look, okay, not every spec is good, but there are a lot of specs that are good. And I think that, you know, again, it's not going to be every spec, but if there's I don't know, 8 DPS that are good, and you got 2 tanks, and you got 2 healers that are pretty good. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Like, in all things considered, that's about the best we could do. So that Prez wasn't? Well, right now the 2 best healers are Preservation, Evoker, and Holy Paladin. Classic Plus coming out June 2027. Nah, that sounds unreasonable, frankly. I wouldn't be shocked if it's like, okay, do you remember what they did at SOD for BlizzCon 2023, where Season of Discovery was like, yep, and in 2 weeks you can play SOD on live. I wouldn't be shocked if Classic Plus is some bullshit like that, where it's like, yep, and if all of this sounds good for you people who enjoy Classic, in 3 weeks you can play Classic Plus. Some absolute nonsense like that. Just seems right. Yeah, I mean, like, they literally did that with Season of Discovery, where they were like, yep, you can test Season of Discovery here, but whenever you go home, you can play it as well. Yeah, I mean, Classic, the reason that I don't think it's likely to be quiet is, 1, what the fuck else are they going to announce this year? 2, Classic has been quiet for a while. So it's not quiet because they have nothing to announce. It's quiet because they're announcing the big thing at BlizzCon. Was it Holy Priest meta in Shadowlands? Yes, Shadowlands Season 3 and Shadowlands Season 4. Holy Priest was the best healer in both Raid and Mythic Plus. Symbols of Hope and Raid was the... It's got to go down as one of the most broken fucking abilities of all time. So, just 1 minute cooldown reduction off your fucking defensive is absurd. You go, everybody defensive, and then they slam symbols, they go, alright, you're good to go. What the fuck? The last Titan reveal? Yeah, I can't imagine a last Titan reveal right now. It just doesn't seem like the right time. So then it's like, what's... So they brought back BlizzCon for this year. So then the question is, like, what do they bring back BlizzCon to announce for WoW? Because, like, ultimately, BlizzCon's a fucking WoW event at the end of the day. Yeah, 3 priests in Raid. Yeah, that was broken. StarCraft FPS. Plunderstorm 3. Bro. I did not expect him to not soak that. Holy fuck. Overwatch 2. No. It's no longer Overwatch 2. It's just Overwatch. But now they're gonna bring back. Now they have the chance to do the funniest thing ever. Overwatch 2. You said they have nothing to announce? No. They do. I think they do have stuff to announce. I mean, I think it's Classic Plus, right? That's what I'm saying. That was what I was saying. Is that I think that the thing to announce at BlizzCon is Classic Plus. Yeah, what up, bro? Leak your shit. I haven't heard anything. Look, I got connections for retail shit. I don't got I don't know. I don't got jack shit for Classic. So that's why I'm gonna sit here and speculate. Also, because they brought a bunch of fucking Classic content creators to the Blizzard headquarters. What else would they do that for? You think they love soda popping? They just love watching that guy stream? I mean, that guy's entertaining. That guy's my goat, but like...
Like a living vine, some branches must be cut so the others may live. The tribe survive for now.
That guy got bought gold, didn't even get banned. I mean, that guy's the best. Dude, I've been getting recommended fucking old soda popping YouTube videos from like 2014 and 2012 recently. I click on those sometimes. I'm like, holy shit. That's my goat. Like what? You think they invited Zaryu out to do a handstand out in front of the orc statue? Like, no, man. They were definitely playing Classic Plus. He could, though. I mean, he could, but, like, he's probably not. He's like, you know, they probably brought him out there to play Classic Plus. The add-on perk. That's a good one. They did bring out Max and Dratos to announce the add-on purge. Looking at that in retrospect, that's funny fucking shit. Dratty. I feel like a lot of the classic streamers are unhinged enough to where if they hated what they saw from Blizzard that day, they would have broke NDA and just leaked that shit. Who went out there? It was like Savix and Soda Poppin' and S-Fand and Zaryu? And Gubby, right? Guzu? Maybe it was Guzu. No, it wasn't Jordy. I think the only person that would even break the fucking NDA there is Soda Poppin', but I can't imagine. It was Guzu, Zaryu, S-Fan, Soda, and Savix. Okay. Yeah, okay. So one of those people would maybe do it, but I can't imagine the other four. Classic players are quite bad at the game, so they give shit feedback. Look, as a Blizzard developer, this is what you need to know: is that you're supposed to only, okay, giving feedback like it shouldn't dictate the direction of the game. Giving feedback is good for, you know, getting one data point, but it shouldn't dictate the direction of the game. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the people who play the game are not developers for the game, and so treating them as such is always a mistake. Not leak anything. He was giddy. I mean, that guy just loves content. I love S-Fan. I met that guy a few times in person. That guy is always fucking sick. I met him at a couple Method Race to World Firsts. That guy's always very cool. Never give Blizzard their flowers. I mean, they're not there to reminisce on the days of which the game is good. They're there to log in every single day, right? They're a customer. Fuck Blizzard, amen. Next question. Oh my god, he rescued me and I was a wild charge off the edge. Windwalker pump? Yeah, Windwalker is really good. Windwalker's actually really good. Yeah, question for you. What up? Windwalker is really good on AoE, less good on single target. Incredibly good at like the first pull of a dungeon with Bloodlust. How bad was the backlash on the Echo video? What backlash? There was backlash? I don't know, I don't read comments. Kalamazzi told me I can't miss a stream today. Can you confirm or deny I should miss? Don't you have like a fucking 700 stream watch on Kalamazzi stream anyways? I don't know, everything I heard about that video was positive. I don't know what backlash there would have even been on that video, frankly. Can you do this in combat?
They will
You can.
do not care who you are. Ashe, Elder, Child Beggar.
Fair enough, Liquid Fans United. Oh, I did not make that. I did not make that video because I'm a Liquid fan. They made this dungeon better since launch. Yeah, this dungeon's good now. I literally made that Echo video because I was sitting there like, what would be the best Mythic Plus related like history video? And then I go, this one about the TGP was fucking crazy. You propaganda hate? Dude, I love the fucking people from Echo. I love... That shit was crazy. Yeah, it must be hate. I don't fucking hate them. I like those people. Frankly. Else hates Europeans. Yeah, that's why I casted for Echo for a couple of tiers. Like, very notably hate Europeans. And whenever people ask me what my favorite race to World First is, I say Sepulchre, which is one that I was notably casting for Echo. And also, one of my most recent video essays was revolving around a race that Echo very notably won. Yeah, what did that comment even mean? What do you mean by that? Don't you get paid to cast? Yeah? Oh, good God Almighty. This is bad. Cat? I'm dead. I'm alive. What the fuck? So what we could have done is we could have done either strat, but we couldn't have done that. What does that translate to, chat? What the fuck does that even translate to? You'll be able to change the narrative of fanboys? Yeah, I mean, the truth of the matter is I'm a fan of the race. You know, I like both Liquid and Echo. I like people, I have friends in both guilds. Alright. You must pick a side? Look, it's kind of like whenever you watch the Super Bowl and your team's not in the Super Bowl, you're like, I'm hoping for a good game. I'm hoping for the side that's currently paying my bills at that moment in time, but like... You like the Glock? Use wisely. Can Liquid secure the 8-peat? Oh my god. I have no idea. I will say the shit that makes me the most mad is whenever people on Reddit say that, like, that this shit is going to be a wash and Liquid's going to just, like, auto-win everything forever. And that the dynasty is inevitable. Because, like, for me, I sit there and I look at the fucking... I look at the Echo...
You had lasted a little longer.
0.1% wipes. I'm just like, is this really the take we have about this? Yeah, like, is this like, are we really saying that this is a close? The best comments on your video is about the day advantage that Liquid have on a video that's not about fucking rating. I'm getting rating comments on that video. Really? The 13-hour advantage was an like. It took over the comment section on my History of the Race Duel First video. 100 years of Liquid prosperity. Look, we went through like 3 different eras of Dynasty for the History of the Race video. We had the first Dynasty, which was the Method Dynasty. We had the second Dynasty, which was whenever fucking Method got blown up, and it was the Limit Dynasty. Actually, I guess we had... I would say that, yeah, it was probably 3. So it was like the Method Dynasty, then Method got blown up, and then Limit won 2 raids in a row, but those were pretty... I would not describe that as a dynasty. I would just say that they won 2 raids in a row. Then you had the second Echo Dynasty, which was the Sanctum, Sepulchre, Vault raids. Then you have the current Liquid Dynasty. At least 3 to 4. Well, yeah, that's why I say there's 3. The Method Dynasty, yeah, I mean the Method Dynasty was like, I mean that shit was not particularly close. Dynasty, that's right. I was legit scared that Liquid was gonna lose last time. I will say, whenever I'm casting those, it's pretty rare that you have both teams pulling at the exact same time and either team can win. I cannot have chat on the desk. So like normally we have like we normally have like a panel for chat like on the desk. I asked to turn it off for both Dimensius and for Lura because the chat kept getting spammed with, oh my god, this is it. Echo's killing the boss right here. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then also I hear fucking from our production room just like groans over the side, and I'm just like, I'm like trying to lock in and like cast what's going on, and it's like really, really tense, and I'm just like, I don't know about all this. I'm like, can we turn off the chat? Like I can't have them spamming that Echo's one. I can't focus. Like the complete opposite of fucking locked in. Oh no, I have an alliance. Look, I'm biased, but like, I'm not an employee of either side, but I am biased. Who do I think is gonna take? I think that realistically, whenever Dratnus and I do our like Race Duel First recap, like the first video of the season is always very similar, where we get predictions and stuff like that. And I say the exact same thing in every single one. It's 50-50. I think it's genuinely 50-50. I think it's always been 50-50. I think it will be 50-50 until one of the guilds makes like remarkable changes. I think that coming into the tier, there's like guilds at the absolute best case scenario, or between Liquid and Echo, it's probably 55-45, and those margins are so slim that they matter a lot, especially whenever you're talking about just like how fucking good the guilds are. And like there might be like a very slight advantage due to like small stuff, but I doubt there's ever anything that's like big. I mean, even this next tier, in theory, maybe Echo should have an advantage because they're doing more splits. I still think it's probably just 50-50. Yeah, Liquid said they're doing fewer splits. I don't know what the number is for Echo and what the number is for Liquid. If I had to guess, it's probably like, you know, 12 for Liquid and 16 for Echo. But I don't know the number to be right. That, you know, that might be right. It was a number I just made up. Echo's committed. Oh, is it 20? Is Echo doing 20? I didn't know that.
Your survival.
I mean, that's what they did last tier, but I can't. I don't see a reason that they would want to do that many this tier. So the reason that you did that last tier is because the raids were separated, right? Next. So the reason that you did that many last year is because you couldn't lose on week 1, and so having 2 mains is kind of valuable. Yeah. So whenever they said fewer splits, I didn't think the number was 20 and 16. I thought the number is like 16 and 12. That was my read on it. Yeah, it's the boomy meta. I don't follow Echo too closely. Yeah, I mean, if you look at Mirrors, that guy's got 27 characters ready. I wonder if they're gonna have to do stupid shit with crests. I have no idea. There was like weird shit last season with crests because we had a heroic week, and then because you could get so many sources of free crests, like from Nightmare Prey, cracked keystones, and the Delve boss. So you would like load in with like 3 weeks worth of crests on week 1. So you had to, you were incentivized to do really stupid shit. Also, on top of the fact that, again, week 1 didn't matter because you can't lose the raid on week 1. So because of that, week 1 never mattered. So you were always like willing to do shit like that. Prez meta, Prez does a lot of damage. I don't know about meta specifically. So Prez seems like it does the most damage. Holy Paladin seems like it does the most healing. A lot of people are playing Holy Paladin. I'm not seeing that many people play Preservation Evoker, but I saw this guy King Shen have Preservation Evoker ranked in his top tier yesterday. But was the top banner. It's my recently watched streams. Delve boss is back to giving crests. Lovely. The Delve boss is coming out the same week of the fucking season, right? A week later than it should? Yeah, for sure. Prideful Gooner. No. I'm the Prideful Hero. That's a different title. Not the Prideful Gooner. Week 1 question mark, week 2 question mark. What? Like week 1 as in August 11th and week 2 as in August 18th, or week 1 as in like August 18th, week 2 is in August 24th. Week 2 equals the season launch. Okay. Yeah, I follow. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Chud keys. He's definitely playing a DK. He's playing Evoker. Surprised he called himself Chud keys because I feel like DK is the Chud class. Oh my gosh, did you guys see this shit? Zorthus is cleaning his fucking room tomorrow. He posted this picture of his bathroom. This tub is not usable. Bro, throw this shit away. Look at it. Okay. I've seen people equate him to Asmongold. I'll say I think he's better than Asmongold. And that's for one very specific reason. Asmongold has a bunch of nasty ass food and like mold growing in his goddamn house. This is, at least from observation, only like clutter, right? There's no like rotting food. I'm not gonna say it's good. Because also, what the fuck? But at least there's no food. As far as I could tell, true. Yeah. Thoughts on the angled desk? Why is the desk angled in the middle of the fucking room? That's a good question. Oh. Look, he's got what was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the same fucking hand soap bottles. What is this shirt? The only shirt in this entire fucking thing that's hanging up is this one that's hanging up on the toilet paper rack? What the fuck is this shit? Well, no, he just doesn't throw anything away. Why is this the only shirt that's hanging up in the entire goddamn house? Send help. A peg bag? What does that mean? That's months worth of toilet paper rolls? Bro, that is years worth of toilet paper rolls. Clothes pegs? What the fuck does that mean? I'm Googling. Oh, that's what these are called. Interesting. That's the going out shirt. Yeah, no, that's his going out shirt. This is Australia Day shirt. At least he washes his hands. Look. I think Zorth is like, I don't know. I don't understand why he just doesn't throw that shit away. Bro, he's gonna have like a 12-hour cleaning stream and his house is not gonna be clean. That's my read. It's gonna be like a 10-hour cleaning stream and it's still, that shit's still not gonna be clean. He needs like a bomb. Don't just hire someone? I mean, dude, he doesn't need someone. He needs like a fucking crew of people. Do you reckon it'd be better if Blizzard got involved in the race? No. I reckon it would be worse, frankly. Because you don't want Blizzard monitoring all that shit. Like, on one hand, I think it would be cool if, like, the race was, so, like, first off, the organizations would be unlikely to make money. Even though they're no longer putting them on their own broadcasts, they're no longer also selling sponsors to the watch hours and stuff like that, so the organizations are very unlikely to be making money. So then Blizzard would have to subsidize that with a prize pool. So, like, that's fucking weird. And I don't really think that Blizzard... I don't think that Blizzard wants it, nor do I think that it would... I think it would be interesting as a Blizzard-owned product, because you would get, in theory, all Race World First guilds under one banner, but, like... Nah. Oh, that was Orthus's. No, he'd be deep cleaned. I mean, that shit is... I mean, yeah, he needs like a fucking... He needs help. Need to be a large prize pool? Yeah. Needs God. No, he has God. Why do you think he logs into World of Warcraft every day? Rigged? I think the way it currently is structured is better, where Blizzard gives them support by having people on standby 24/7 to monitor anything bug related and make sure everything's okay. I think the taking over the race world first would be for the worse. What? I think it's cooler whenever it's a grassroots event too. Yeah. That's Evade. Okay. At least Zorthus isn't bringing girls to his home like that, like Asmongold is. Look, Zorthus may be. We don't know about what goes on in Zorthus' private life. What's the big day about? Well, every day's a big day. What a good day to wake up. Thoughts? Asmongold's I get force-fed this shit. Asmongold's got some girlfriend now. Twitter's a plague. She a doctor? Well, no, that's look. Oh, that's me, bro. Relax. Girl. Med school? No, she's not in med school. She's a doctor. Different. MD. PTR key. Dr. Pog. That's right. What's your chat? That shit's fire. Gemini made it. You cast for this race? I will not say, but I'll say that I am casting for somebody this race. Name a public figure that all of your knowledge has been against your will. Mine is Bonnie Blue. I still don't really know who that is. I think that's a Twitch streamer. Let me think. All of my knowledge of is against my will. What's that guy who does the running? Ashton Hall? The one with the Saratoga water? That guy. Definitely, there's a lot of... Didn't she bang 1,000 dudes? Wait, oh, that's the bang 1,000 dudes chick? Oh. I did not know that. Well... Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't think her first occupation is a Twitch streamer. Yeah, no, the Ashton Hall guy, I feel like there's a lot of... I've learned a lot about that guy. Not through any source of my own. Oh, clavicular. Holy fuck, it's gotta be that clavicular guy. Oh my god. I don't know why the fuck Twitter thinks I'm that guy's audience. I do not give a single fuck about that guy at all. Like I could not fucking care less about what that guy's doing or where that guy is going. That guy... It's gotta be clavicular. Holy shit. I actually don't even know what that guy's about, where that guy came from. That getting mogged by the ASU frat leader shit had to be one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever seen. Genuinely, I felt old. I legitimately felt fucking old, because I'm like, I don't understand. I think I'm... I understand what it means to be unk. How old are you? Tell us 29. I'm not. And this guy's talking about looks maxing the fucking mogging something. How much heat did you get from the Echo TGP video? None. Take a hammer to their own face? I have no idea what that guy's even about. I know that guy's like a kick streamer, and like, I know, also against my own will, I know that he got paid by the Israeli government to go to Tel Aviv. And something about the getting framed mog by the ASU frat leader, I don't know anything about. Is there gonna be a Liquid video similar to the Echo one? A Liquid video on what? That video wasn't a video about Echo. That video was about the TGP. If you think... That video was literally just about the Great Push. When Liquid cheated in the TGP. Look, all I'm saying is if a Shine busts out some fucking cheats in the next TGP, I'm down. Down to make a video. Have you seen the thumbnail? Yes, that was a... I understand that from somebody who doesn't understand what's going on, it's hard to make a distinction between a team that is sponsored by the organization Echo, meaning the 5 players of Mirez, Zalia, Now, Fragments, and... Now, Fragments... Mirez, Zalia, and Maystein. Maystein was... Or no, Mirez wasn't on that team. It was Maystein instead of Genji. I understand that it's hard for some people to be able to make a fucking distinction as to, like, what was going on there, but that video had literally nothing to do with the fucking raid team. 3 of those people aren't even on the fucking raid team anymore. Three of those people are in Method. Nickelback woke. Yeah, like the reason that the name was Echo is because that was the org that was sponsoring them at that point in time. It has literally nothing to do with the raid. Biggest drama from each expansion? Oh god. Let me see. Legion. The biggest drama from this expansion. Helya got everybody banned. That was pretty big. Could have even came before this whenever Serenity split off from Method, causing Exorcist to win a couple of races. Probably one of the 2 of those. Limit got banned twice during Tomb. Star Augur Hearthstone, I mean, that was just fucking hilarious. BFA. The biggest drama in Battle for Azeroth. The biggest drama in Battle for Azeroth. When did the Josh stuff happen? I guess that happened in BFA. Method actually RMT'd gold. Preach ban for XP potions? That was funny fucking shit. Preach ban for XP potions, then gets uninvited to Blizzard headquarters. Oh, the fucking first to the moon, first to Gahoon thing? The extendo on Gahoon? That's probably... Yeah, that was fucking insane, too. That chat is why you never, ever extend. Shadowlands. fucking secret phase jailer. Echo wins their first race in Sanctum of Domination after everybody wrote them off for dead. Probably one of the two of those. Reach video of leaving WoW. Alt. Sneak.lua. Or Razageth nerf timings. It's one of the two of those, but it's probably Sneak.lua. That one's like, that one's one that people don't really talk about that often, but it was fucking crazy. War Within, biggest drama. Biggest drama. Biggest drama. Gingy blames DPS difference on power infusion. Shocking disclosure potions. That's a fucking heater. No, I'm not making another fucking one. I mean, look, the thumbnail... Okay, if you look at the thumbnail and you look at the title and you know... The first words of the entire video are The Great Push. It's literally nothing to do with the fucking raid at all. Fired up on Kaiveza. That was a pretty big one. Yeah, no, Fired up on Kaiveza was pretty big. Gingy getting banned before that raid because of fucking... because of rep farming or whatever. Rep exploiting. Probably not that one, though. Although that was really stupid. That was really stupid. Oh, hopeful account sharing. Definitely that one, actually. Of all the fucking things, it was certainly that one. That was fucking funny. And I left thinking Echo is clever. I mean, I think that that's kind of the point of the video, right? The point of the video is that, like, it's kind of ambiguous. That's why they won, is because the rules are ambiguous, and one player's clever use of, you know, lying by omission and should have been banned is another player's clever use of game mechanics, right? Piloting a world 5th kill kind of goes crazy. That shit was crazy. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was good. Is there anything last here? I don't think there's any explicit drama last year from memory. The whole Phase 4 thing was completely very dramatic. GM helps people time in 23 Zenith? Yeah, probably. I was talking about, like, the race, but... I know the video's not directly about Echo, but obviously the title and thumbnail's clickbait. Do you think it might hurt your chances of working with them again? I don't know. Probably not. I should make YouTube videos on the internet, bro. Clavicular was Gladiator and WoW. I don't fucking believe that. Again, everything I'm learning about Clavicular is against my own will. I can't just do. I think literally anybody who watches that video is like, yeah, this is about the TGP. Read the comments? LOL. I'm not reading the fucking comments. I don't read comments on YouTube videos. I've never read comments on YouTube videos. That shit just exists as a cesspool to ruin your mental. I don't read fucking comments. That shit's terrible. Does splits with Liquid during the race? I mean, you haven't been reading all the comments off you, dude. Comments are just oh god, they're just incessant rage bait. I can't read them. I'm mentally very fragile when it comes to my content specifically, and so whenever somebody leaves negative comments on my fucking YouTube videos, first off, it's like if it's 100 positive comments and 1 negative comment, the 1 negative comment does insane psychic damage to me. Like, it's like, oh, my day is worse. Like, my day is actually worse because I read the fucking comment section. I cannot read the comments. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like a largely positive video. As long as I'm happy with the video, I don't give a fuck, right? I'm not reading the fucking comments. Comments aren't changing my goddamn thoughts on anything. Yeah, I get insanely one-guyed. Just, like...
Alright, I have one more thing to check here from Tettles.
Oh my
The
god.
most... Oh, I know what this is. Oh, I
The
thought...
Great Push.
Yeah. Does anybody not know what this is?
Oh my god. This is good.
I remember this. Echo absolutely cheated here. I know what this is. I can tell by the thumbnail. The thumbnail with the big Echo logo. You don't? Okay. I mean, it's funny. When it was happening, it was funny.
The Great Push.
I thought it was going to be about
an event
Sneak
put on by
Lure.
Blizzard to be
No.
the spiritual successor to the mythic dungeon.
It's hard to make a 20-minute video about Sneak Lure.
Speed running like the MDI does, the TGP tests players' ability to be able to push the highest level of dungeon. And it's a really cool format where the ability to do bleeding edge keystones is shown
Fucking
by the
hate
best
Tells
teams in
being
the
happy.
world. Oh my god. The
Dickhead.
TGP,
Thank you for the
though,
sub.
it
Fuck you,
wasn't
Tells.
always around. It's an event that began in Shadowlands, and the formation of the TGP was something that heavily interested the top players of the game. The first TGP was marred by
It was
controversy,
hilarious
though,
to
as one
watch.
team,
Yeah,
they
people don't
decided
know
to
what it
push
is,
the
so let's not
boundaries of
spoil it.
what was allowed and what was not. So today we're going to talk about the first Great Push and how Echo cheated but won it all anyways.
This thumbnail just going into the race to world first. You know what you're doing.
That's good. I fucking love Breach. Oh shit. You know what you're doing? Look, I just made a thumbnail. Look, okay, here's the actual answer. Here's what I did. I was sitting there scrolling my fucking YouTube. I literally saw this thumbnail from Rainbolt that was like, find my mom. I go, that shit is fucking art. That's not a thumbnail, that is art. And I go, huh, I have a really fucking good idea. And then I cooked, right? Like, I sat there for like 3 goddamn hours making that stupid motherfucking thumbnail and cooked up that. Because, yes, look, I wanted it to be like, how do I describe it? Vague. I wanted it to be vague where it left enough to be desired. Like if you know what's going on, you know exactly, like Preach said, he knew exactly what the video was going to be about, but I want it to be vague enough to where it's like, if you don't really understand the point of the story, you're like, what the fuck is this even about? What is this? More than season 1? That was definitely not meant to click. Go cheated too. Look, so that's why, you know, the Plague Boar is here, Plague Boar Bomb, Infinite Misdirection, Lied, Misdirection, the fucking, the screenshot of the scoreboard, right? An Echo hater? Oh yeah, I do not hate Echo. Let me just say that. I'll have to watch that video later. Oh, that's fucking vague posting. It's not okay. Not vague posting specifically, but sure. Growl said it well. He's like, what did he say? I'm trying to read what he says. It appears to be some sort of video that reveals something unknown. I think it hit a really good sweet spot where it was packaged for the masses, has a provocative thumbnail, and was in the 20-minute range, so it didn't feel like a drag to watch. And I mean, I think that that's right? Like, it's supposed to, like, give off the vibe. It's like, okay, I really want to fucking click this. But, like, if you know what's going on, you know that it's what the fucking video's about. Maybe the thumbnail is a little bit, like... Admittedly, whenever I was making that video, I had nothing about the fucking Race World First in mind. And is it kind of close to the race right now? Yes. And then is slamming cheating on a fucking thumbnail maybe a little bit like, all right, what the fuck? All right, kinda. You know what? I'll concede that. It was definitely not intended, but it certainly worked out that way. People calling it clickbait is weird to me. It's exactly what the title and thumbnail says. Where's the clickbait? So so clickbait can be two different things, right? Clickbait can be something that tries to entice you to click on a thumbnail or a title, right, for a video. Most people, whenever they say clickbait, they mean misleading. Misleading clickbait, I think, is the thing that most people say whenever they mean clickbait. But like, that's not a misleading thumbnail. That's like just accurate of the situation. But it was designed in a way to where it's like it kind of provokes curiosity. I don't even think it's that vague. Like, I actually think it's I think it's actually way less vague than a bunch of other shit. Yeah. It's not bad clickbait, but I think clickbait is required to get people to click on a fucking thumbnail, right? Yeah. Not the TGP in the... I mean, it is literally... Oh my god, it's time. Fragnance is the dead giveaway? I mean... I wouldn't be shocked if there's a lot of people who don't really know who that is anymore. I have no idea who the person in the thumbnail is. Yeah. You work with the Echo Boys? No, not really. I just make fucking YouTube videos on the internet. Frago was Fragnance the other day? Oh yeah, I mean, I think that this is one of those things that, like, for a lot of people, they may not even know who Fragnance is anymore because he was, like, really, really big for a long period of time, but that's been... When was the last time he was streaming consistently? Shadowlands? I think he quit, like, at the end of Shadowlands? I don't know, did Flask get nerfed? After Sylvanas? No, he raided in Sepulcher. When's the liquid cheating video? Dude, yeah, that to me, like, if people are commenting that, I actually don't even understand. I don't even understand, like, where that would even come from, mostly because that video wasn't about the fucking race. I wouldn't make a full video about Sneak.lua because there's a bunch of different fucking reasons, but that was a part of the fucking History of the Race World First video anyways. Perfect. Into the ground, 1,000 to 700 crit. Oh, alright, well, let me take this shit off then. Alright, what other trinket should we wear? Yeah, there's no bias. Like, I will say, there's actually just no bias against any orb. Well, actually, there's no bias against either Liquid or Echo. Just this. No on-use trinket or something.
Ancestors.
Bias against wildcard gaming. That's right. That's right.
Well,
Zul'Jin is already empowering the Fang of Ulatek.
Off your flasks? Oh, he's talking about the freight runs flask. Boomy still looking good in 12-1. Moonkin looks quite good, yeah. Definitely one of the better specs for both Raid and Mythic Plus. More videos. The other Mythic Plus video that I might make is like the biggest upsets in MDI history. Which, funnily enough, all 3 of the biggest upsets in MDI history would involve a team that has both Now and Gingy on it, which I think tells you a lot about how fucking good they are. Yeah, the video is the video. Look, I have no ill will towards Echo. I think they're fucking great. In fact, if anything, I hope they continue to get more and more sponsors and continue to grow as an organization. I fucking love Echo. You're upsetting people? No. Not like that. Astro winning the TGP is probably the biggest upset. Astro winning the TGP is a weird one because that was the first season that Echo didn't play, right? Because that was that weird fucking season where there was the Legion dungeons. Because there was like, I don't remember what they were doing, time walking Mythic Plus or some bullshit. And so they put Legion dungeons in the Great Push that season, and then the team was Echo Guardians, and it was like Onesie and JPC, Now Gingy and Zalia or something like that. I think that was the 5-stack or some fucking weird team. Like that season was strange. Yeah, that was a one-off TGP, yeah. The biggest upsets in my mind are there was a European regional weekend where Games Revolted upset Method at the time. I don't remember who was on that team. Now Gingy were on that team. I think it was like I'm Bane. Fragster may have been on that team. It's the fastest way to get Crest now. Just fucking do Mythic Plus, bro. I mean, this one's like ancient. Legion. Oh wait. Order events, MDI. 2018 regional weekend, Europe. This one. I'm Bane. Frankster Frag. Okay, so it's Gingy Fragments now. I'm Bane and Frankster. Yeah. So, but like that was one that comes to mind immediately. Is like the biggest upset ever. There was obviously the Dragonflight Season 3 MDI, where Mandatory finally beat Echo. I think that lots of people viewed that as like a pretty big upset, even though it... Like, because I think Echo at the time also had like faster strats for a lot of their dungeons,
5,
which I don't think is something that's really
4,
talked about. And then there was obviously the
2,
Sydney BFA
1.
one where Method and A beat Method EU. All 3 of those I think were... Because...
Zul'Jin is already
pretty
empowering
valid.
the
I think that
Fang
all
of
3 of those are pretty valid in terms of like
5,
telling a story about
4,
like the biggest upsets in
3,
MDI history.
2, 1.
Which funny enough, all 3 of those teams involve
interruptions.
Gingy now.
Does not have much time. I will scout ahead. Bring down
Yeah,
the
they dropped like
Fang.
5 games. Yeah, the entire season they literally lost like no fucking games, and they lost like so much in the fun. They lost the finals 0-3. Yeah, that was one video. So that's actually how the TGP video got made. So the original video that I was gonna make was like the history of the biggest upsets in MDI history. But then I was like, this feels a little bit niche. What if I went with something a bit more broad? What if I went with something that has more broad appeal? Because I wanted to make because I had made 2 now big raid videos, right? I made 2 big raid videos with Sepulcher and just the history of the race, and so like for me it's instead of slamming down another raid video talking about Tomb of Sargeras, I wanted to do something about Mythic Plus because I love Mythic Plus, right? Like I think Mythic Plus is fucking sick, and so I wanted to make some Mythic Plus videos, and that's how I ended up with the TGP video. Love the bench, keep it up. Thank you. Glad you enjoy the content. But yeah, that video was originally the first thought of that was I always said that Growl beat Echo. That did happen. I would say that upset was not as big, frankly. Is NDI more niche than the TGP? I never heard of the TGP for that video. I think the TGP has broader appeal, and I think that the storyline of that video has wider appeal than a video about the MDI upsets just generically does. Oh, that was the Perplexed team. Swag shadow step the boss, and the ad on the third boss of Grim Batol was like under the boss, and it just fucking blew them up and immediately lost them. That season's TGP versus mandatory, or season's MDI versus mandatory, I think. Because that was when Echo was like done for a little bit. What's your prediction for changes in the next class tuning? I don't know. It's kind of weird because I think Aerothal's a fucking menace for this bull. So I actually think that for Mythic Plus, class tuning is really, really good. And for Raid, I have not much of an idea as to what's going on. So like the tuning for Raid, this tier is not. I don't think that we're gonna have really well-tuned Raid in terms of like specs, because there's a lot of 2-target encounters this raid. And 2-target is the least balanced damage profile in the game. And so having a bunch of 2-target encounters leads to weird shit happening. It's like if every fight from last year was Vanguards or something. It's like if 3 of the fights were Vanguards or something from last year. And so I don't know. Like for Mythic Plus, if today everybody was like, yeah, the tuning for Mythic Plus is really good, I would agree. You know, I think the tuning for Mythic Plus is really good. But then there's a question of like, what is Blizzard going to be tuning based off of? What numbers are they going to be looking at? Because if they're looking at Mythic Plus numbers, I don't know if a lot needs to change. But if they have some data slated towards Raid, and they think that, I don't know, Marksmanship Hunter, fucking Arms Warrior need to get nerfed, because of Raid specific stuff, that would also make sense, right? Like Marks and Arms are probably 2 at the top DPS specs for Mythic Plus, but they're also incredibly polarizing. They're looking at raid numbers from where though, right? That's the problem. Is like, are they looking at the fucking dummy dome testing? Like, where are they getting raid numbers from? So like, I feel like it's hard to even know like what they're gonna start doing. Shooting wise, I feel like I'm a bit clueless.
Been throwing their sacrifices down there. That Hydra might be expecting another meal. Do not let it make a meal out of you.
They have internal logs for sure. My Blizzard Entertainment has internal logs? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I would probably start buffing up some of the outliers. So from a Mythic Plus perspective, these are the specializations in the world according to Tettles that are good. So for DPS, Ellie Shaman, Arcane Mage, Balanced Druid, Marksmanship Hunter, Devoured Demon Hunter, Arms Warrior. Am I missing anything? Frost Death Knight. Those are good, right? Tanks that are good. Protection Paladin and Blood Decay, but mostly Blood Decay. But also Protection Paladin's good. For healers, mostly Holy Paladin, but Preservation Evoker is also good. Right? So that's... What, like about 10 specializations? Maybe a little bit more? That are very, very good. Prop Pally got nerfed a little bit. Yeah, Prop Pally got nerfed a little bit. Prop Pally still not bad. That was Mythic Plus I was talking about, right? That's the world according to Tettles, right? But for Raid, so like from like a Mythic Plus perspective, what I would then do is look at the specs that are not on that list and probably start to buff them up, right? Even stuff like an Augmentation Evoker is like, oh, Windwalker Monk. That spec is also fucking nuts. Like, I would take the stuff that I think is performing slightly poorly. Subtlety Rogue, I don't know why the fuck that spec got nerfed. You know, like Devastation Evoker, like random shit like that, and buff them up. I think Outlaw Rogue is actually low-key really good too. More versus Squish, I think. I think damage output is the only thing, the thing that matters the most by a lot. So I think Windwalker's like fine. But yeah, like the thing is, like, I don't really know what the next round of tuning is gonna look like, because if they were tuning purely based off Mythic Plus, I would have a good read. If they're tuning based on Mythic Plus and Raid, they could go a bunch of different directions, in my opinion.
Thank the light you were not devoured.
There's a path to
Windwalker Arms Marksmanship Hunter comp incoming?
Come with me.
Maybe.
Ulatek's influence is evolving these creatures. The children of Ulatek infuse these eggs with her venom to
I think right now a lot of people are looking at like Moonkin
even consume
Arms Marksmanship Hunter as a viable comp. I could see you playing Windwalker. I mean, Windwalker is really good, right? Need the Mark of the Wild. It's more just like Moonkin's really good. I think Marks is like the top DPS on the patch right now for Mythic Plus. I think Moonkin is like second or third. Moonkin even that good? No, Moonkin's single target is quite good. Moonkin loses very little single target to play their Mythic Plus build. Read that as almost zero. Yeah, Moonkins work quite hard and deserve this. That damage is fake? I mean, I think that there's actually very little fake damage in Mythic Plus just in general. Like, you just have to have a good balance, right? That's why it's very rare that you play multiple specializations that are the same class, right? That's why you normally don't play multiple copies of the same spec, because you want like a good balance of specs that do specific stuff. They said they were putting a bigger emphasis on prio damage and giving DPS more impact on success in the key. Yeah, I would say that that was not true. Actually. What the fuck are we talking about in YouTube chat? Alright, there's no need to be arguing anymore. YouTube chat's arguing about... Can't really tell. Somebody hit somebody with a winner race before I talk about a video. Talking about your video? Yeah. I know. Just, no need to argue.
Consuming this one.
Slap my corn dog? No, that's a good name. That's a good name.
They attack as one.
Evade started pinging for assistance when the fucking boss was casting. That's good.
It's poised.
Buff Aft. Dude, Aft does not need a buff. Guy's cranking, you see?
We must stop it. Draw upon the strength of the ancient root.
But yeah, no. Normally it's fucking Twitch chat that's arguing about some bullshit.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hello,
Kalamazoo
Mozzie
here, and
here.
Today's video is actually not
Not
going
a
to
Warlock
be
video.
about Warlock stuff.
They attack as one. What the?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Kalamazoo here, and today's video is actually not going to be about Warlock stuff. Hey, what's going on, guys? Kalamazoo here, and today's video is actually
Hello, everybody.
not
My
going
name
to
is
be
Jatnos,
about
and welcome
Warlock
to another
stuff.
tier list video.
It's poised to strike.
Thank you. Thank you for the redeems. Did he ever call you back yesterday? Yes, he did. Should I call him again?
They attack as one.
Alright, what numbers you want?
It's poised to strike. Too far away.
I can't see.
We must stop it. Draw upon the strength of the ancient root.
22, 47, 83. Okay, 1 second. Kill this boss.
Watch out! They attack as one. Watch out!
Big today. Life is big.
It's poised to strike. The vision finally met its match.
Why did it just
They're
fucking
experimenting
Bing
with
Chat
more
GPT?
powerful forms.
God
We
fucking
must
damn it.
deal with
I literally
this
just
monster.
typed in Chrome. What the fuck? How does that even happen? How did that even happen? I went to type in Chrome and it binged Chat GPT. What? Well, what number did you say? 22, 47, 83. All right, GG. Better luck next time. Dude, every single patch I get on my update I get on my computer, I literally uninstall Edge. I'm on Linux. Can you even play WoW
Tell
on Linux?
Doug I said sup wicked.
Doug. They say sup. They say. I play WoW on Linux. It works flawlessly. Oh shit. Look at him. He showed up. What's up, big dog? Doug, I'm fundraising for you. If we get 18 more subs, you get a treat today. I'm feeling it.
Do you think Zul'Jin knows what he has done to Zul'Jin?
I do not know. We need to tell him while he can still undo it.
Play WoW on Mac. Yeah, I saw they're fucking removing TFT from OS, or from iOS rather. What's going on with that shit? That can't be right.
Treat for Doug.
I fucking
my
hate
gosh.
Tattles being happy.
Doug,
What a dickhead.
Only a
Fuck
few
you,
more.
Tattles.
If everybody who has a Prime subscription available primed, then you would definitely get a treat right now. All right, I need to
I simply wish you had lasted
get one
a little
shot.
longer.
I was about to talk about my defensive usage.
I fucking hate Tattles being happy. What a
We're ramping.
dickhead. Fuck you, Tattles.
Most expensive treat ever. Look, it's got to be an incentive. They are very expensive treats, though. Yes. We go on LSF. Okay. It'll be me and Mizkif on LSF. That's a good point. And Asmongold's dirty ass house. Whatever else is on LSF these days. I feel like that's a Reddit I have not seen. I feel like I haven't used Reddit in such a fucking long time. Just in general. Yeah, Zorthus' house is not on Reddit though, or on LSF, although it could be. I did see Zorthus' tweet. Both of them even. It's a Destiny circle jerk now. I do not need to go back to that Reddit anymore if it's about politics only. Why is that Reddit about fucking politics? I thought that shit was about dumbass streamer drama. Dude, his bathroom is gross. Look, I'm not gonna defend him, but I was saying this earlier. It really could be worse. At least it's not like rancid food. At least it looks like it's just all clutter and like boxes and shit. Which, again, it's dirty. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, his house is not dirty, because it's fucking dirty. But like, it could be worse. You got casted on. It's messy, not dirty. Yeah, I think that's a good way of looking at it. It's a lot of fucking clutter, but at least he doesn't have like mold. Well, he might have mold, but at least he doesn't have like old food.
You think you can stop me? I'd like to see you try. Ulatek's power is nearly at hand. You won't stop me.
Almost got hit by that slow-moving blade. At least he doesn't have mold, no flu. No, look. I'm not gonna be like, okay, I don't live in squalor, right? Like I'm not living like that. But I'm just saying, it could be worse, right? You just live underwater? Stop. I got a $10,000 bill yesterday. I don't want to fucking hear it. A $10,000 bill that I thought my insurance was going to pay for. I don't want to fucking talk about that shit anymore, man. This shit is so fucking annoying. You're not... No, I'm not rich. I'm fucking broke. I wasn't rich before, and now I'm paying $28,000 to get my house repaired. I promise you that there's no rich. Blood? Yeah. Yeah, dude drives a 2016 Jetta, he's poor? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I'm broke. Your house? Bro, there are people without houses. Yeah, I'm not homeless. I'm going into debt. Not happy about it. He's not homeless, he's just a YouTuber? Yeah, exactly. I'm a starving artist. It's different. When the room behind you has a wall of windows looking out to a garden, but I guess you need art inspiration. I don't know how much you think my mortgage is, but it's not that much. I'm also starving artist right now because I... Where did this... Confused. So on this $9,900 bill, I got charged $7,200 for water extraction. I'm trying to figure out how. Okay, I'll deal with this after stream. Ugh. Fuck, what the fuck? I mean, there's no way this shit... They had... Rich people shit? Dude, I don't have fucking money for this. Any challenge for a balance guide for season 2? Not much is changing. Oh, yeah. Not our deal? Oh, yeah, I know. They're fucking cringe. Have you ever considered the casino? Dude, I don't have money to even fucking spend on the casino. I don't even have money to spend on this stupid fucking bill that they sent me that I think that is fucking ridiculous. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You in a dining room or a bedroom? I'm in a dining room.
Hey, how you doing? Be good.
Insurance bill for the flood? Yeah. I mean, so like I have... What do you need to do? Put the water back? No, they can put a lien on your house, so...
Hurry back.
So I thought my insurance company was going to pay it, but now I just randomly got a $10,000 bill today. Yeah, I'm not setting up myself. I'll fucking don't take out a loan if I have to or some bullshit. What's the plan then? I don't know. Argue with them and hopefully they won't make me pay $9,900 for this. Because they're charging me based off of insurance rates. Of which are like fucking ridiculous.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where'd the water even come from? Sewer backup.
Is limited, so we must call
5,
the areas where the
4,
light bloom is most
3,
active.
2, 1.
A large attack only causes the light bloom to spread. A few striking the most dangerous. That is best.
It's basically... Yeah. I got a $10,000 payout for my insurance for a $35,000 loss. Is the TLDR. And so it was going to be a $25,000 loss, which I wasn't happy about, with a $10,000 payout. But it's like, you know, I have enough savings for that, but I don't... Balance feeling fun. Feels the exact same as it has been for a while. I need a bunch of YouTube videos to make that up. I mean, I don't think in the last 3 years I've made that much from YouTube.
Your survival
That
wasn't
looked like
necessary.
Holy shit. Yeah, no, it's been very, very stressful. I'm gonna be honest, but that's just how it goes. I'm normally very, very low stress, but this has been like 10 out of 10 stressful for me. Made me survive the higher keys? Yeah, for sure. And balance the eclipses? No, I mean, that got changed after... That got changed going into this expansion. Actually, the balancing the eclipses thing got changed forever ago. That got changed after Dragonflight, I think. The double wrath to go into eclipse thing got changed this expansion, though. 1 million views? That'd be big. Now that would help me pay my bills. Connected to sewer? Yeah, no, it's connected to sewer. It was just that we got like 5 inches of rain or something, and so then we got 5 inches of rain really quickly, so it flooded my basement. It was just more unlucky than anything else. The shit with the insurance and the fucking... the shit with the insurance is really cringe. Better to have a YouTube Premium or a Twitch Turbo viewer? I'm pretty sure it's a Twitch Turbo viewer. I think those are worth more, yeah. You have a sump pump? Yes. You pay more for viewers Twitch Turbo? Yeah. You get like a small amount more, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a terrible 2 months for me, I'm gonna be honest. Just when I thought things were starting to go better, because the repairs were finally starting on my house, getting saddled with this fucking $10,000 bill is pissing me off. And I don't really know what I can do about it. The only thing I can really do about it is, like, maybe I can talk them down to not $10,000. You for work? This is my job. Yeah. Paid in installments? Okay, well, I don't want interest payments. Likely just labor number is the problem. They charge out of the ass. Yeah, I don't know. Like, so they had like 8 people here for probably 16 work hours total. And they're charging like $7,700 for that specifically. Or $7,200, sorry. $7,200 for that specifically. And I'm just like, I don't understand how the fuck you got there. Second gameplay still like it is in season 1. Yeah, pretty similar. I mean, I'm paying the people who are repairing my house, like, $45 an hour. So, like, I don't know. We're just like, holy fuck. No, I'm pretty sure I'm getting upcharged because they went through my insurance. But my insurance isn't paying out, right? It's me. I'm paying it. Insurance denied your claim. They hired this company to come out, and now I just jumped off the edge. I'm gonna fucking... What happens?
We must clear the defenses first.
I get sent back to the beginning? No way! I've just learned Infinite. I was wondering what your game plan was. I didn't have one. No way. I'm resetting the boss. Oh, no. What happens? Oh, no. Kill the boss, kill the boss, kill the boss. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Huh.
It's not ready.
Holy fuck. That was interesting. Oh, that was bad. Holy fuck. I can't believe that happened. That was bad. I'm surprised the boss didn't reset. Holy fuck. Some of the bosses this season are boring. Yeah, some of the bosses don't really do anything this season. Which is fine. You know, some bosses are really fucking cringe normally. Long distance? Yeah, it's long distance. Currently. We lived in the same city. We met because we lived in the same city, and now right now it's long distance, but not the long-term plan. Go be a neat with her, dude. Yeah. Point. I'm employed. Employed by the people of chat. That's why I desperately need you guys to sub. Yeah, I'm working. Run the other way and die? Dude, I don't want to be dead 500 fucking yards away from the boss. Having a great stream. I am. Hello, Sean. I think the actual strat is to not get locked out of the boss room because you accidentally jumped off the fucking edge. Goodbye, Gork.
I fucking hate Tattles being happy. What a dick.
Blue's Clue, thank you for the
Fuck you,
sub.
Tattles.
Holy fuck, thank you. I appreciate it. We're ramping, Doug. I don't know what to think about the right side. You didn't have to deal with those stupid big mobs. Probably like a lot less count. Well, throw a quick prime your beast.
They can take us below, but swiftly. I would not expose them to the light bloom long.
I need to get closer.
A cologne guy? Neither? What about deodorant? Well, yeah, we're deodorant every fucking day.
With the light bloom, I can restore the Haranir to what we must be. But you stand in my way.
Did you guys see that lag right there? I have it on good authority that they just buffed Subrogue by 15%. That's what that buff was. They just buffed Subrogue by 15%. What kind? In Dove? I mean, I feel like I don't buy the exact same type of deodorant every time I buy deodorant. I feel like I just proc a new kind a lot of times. Buy whatever I buy.
Behold my power.
Oh my gosh. Native? I don't know if I've ever heard of that brand. Oh no. lackluster hero talents and class design too? No, that's next patch. Yeah, I have it on good authority that they buffed Rogue right then. That's what that lag was. MM is looking insane. Just a very good spec right now. I think it's the best single target spec in the game or something. Surely they fixed that stacking strat. No. Oh. No, that was, sorry, that was the rogue buff one. He's so happy. That was the last time anybody was ever happy about Rogue.
His faith in the goddess has become hatred. Is this what Lightbloom does? A precision attack. I should have called for everyone.
The chillest dungeon in the rotation. Nah, this dungeon's actually hard as fuck. The easiest dungeon by far is King's Rest. I think this dungeon and Temple Seth are probably the hardest. You talking about Altar Fangs? Oh. It's not that hard. I actually think that dungeon's really fun more than anything. Oh my gosh. I'm getting fucking shit on. This matriarch is insane. Dazer my king. This is... Yeah. He's back. He's healing. He decided to wield the shield. Pick up the shield and let the light guide him. I mean, he's healing. Yeah, they hold shields too. What's his Mog looking like? Oh, pretty good. Pretty clean Mog. Balance, was it different from the other casters? I feel like a lot of the casters feel pretty similar to me. Depends on what what your caster main is. I think like Destro, Warlock, and Moonkin play very similarly. I don't have kick for the volley. Get a meld. Okay, I didn't have kick right then. WoW D&D? Dude, I could be down. I haven't done a D&D campaign since like 2021. It's always a caster season. That fucking pigment out of my face. Level 90 boost available for purchase? The new season? I feel like the 90 boosts aren't available until like midway through next season normally. Yeah, it's normally more of an end of expansion thing, I think. MM is a caster. I mean, I think very few people would say Marksmanship Hunter is a caster. While they do have cast times on their abilities, they are a physical damage dealing ranged. They're a ranger. Check for that. Marksman is good. Yeah, that's probably the best spec in the game right now. I feel like dealing magic damage is a prerequisite of being a caster for me personally, but it's less about the cast times and more about the do they deal magic damage or not. Oh my god. The 3 balls at the fucking boss?
A little longer.
It's about the Ultech fight. I mean, there's a dungeon journal, but I haven't read anything about it in the dungeon journal yet. Weren't you alive? A bunch of balls at the boss. Cleaning stream tomorrow? I don't know, maybe.
The light bloom is persistent. We too must be.
Plug killer the final boss. I mean that boss is fucking brutal. The courage to show that shit. True. Ugh. Is Vault weird on the PTR, or do dungeons above 10 still reward myth? Dungeons, the Vault is getting changed, but dungeons above 10 still reward myth track gear, yeah. Looks feral. How does he shower? It's crazy they're calling you feral. I haven't seen Vault change notes. The Vault now will reward you with, so if you would have gotten 6 tokens of merit, you can instead take a bonus roll token. Heroic Raid now offers 1 out of 6 myth track from the Vault. 10s also offer 1 out of 6 myth track from the Vault. Mythic Raid gives you 6 out of 6 myth track from the Vault. There's also an increased 9 out of 6 pieces from the last 2 bosses of the raid. And what else is there? Anytime any item that you, or any piece of content that you use a bonus roll on, you get it on the track that you would otherwise get it from the Vault on. So if you bonus roll the second boss in the raid or something like that, you would get a myth 6 out of 6 piece. If you bonus roll a dungeon, you get a myth 1 out of 6 piece, that kind of thing. You have your CDM available anywhere? Yeah. There you go. It's the Ellesmere UI is what I use for my CDM. Hey, you're biting my headphones. Ah! Vault is turbo dead next season? I mean, yeah, the Vault, you're definitely supposed to just take tokens. Or take the bonus rolls. You're so handsome. Meow. Meow. I mean, I think that they should have been reworking the Vault every single season since Shadowlands, right? The Vault is like not bad, but I don't think the Vault has the permanence. I just hit my microphone. Sorry. I don't think the Vault has the permanence that they that it needed, right? Like I think it's one of those things that while the Vault, especially whenever it was introduced, much better than the BFA chests, really good system. I don't think it's 4 expansions a good system, right? Like I think that they needed to continue to try to update it in some capacity. Doug. When's the new season out? New season is out on the... So the patch is on the 11th. The new season's out on the 18th, sorry. We're on KR. Like the vault? The vault just... It doesn't feel... I don't know. There used to be points of time where you would take something from the vault and you were fucking stoked to be taking a piece from the vault, right? But now gear is kind of in a really weird... It's not necessarily just an issue with the vault specifically, although the vault I do think suffers from this. I think that like gear is so non-enjoyable. Hey. I think the more stuff that's guaranteed, the worse it is. Do you have any concept of what will replace it? No, I don't work for Blizzard. I just know that like it's gearing is not that enjoyable currently, and the vault also suffers from gearing not being enjoyable. But the vault is also something that needed to continue to be iterated on. Get out of here. You don't have to pull 100% of the dungeon anymore?
What's up? Keep it real.
Wait, you don't have to, you no longer have to pull 100% of this dungeon. What the fuck? Since when? Oh shit. It's less that the vault is bad, more that the vault can be improved. Yeah, I mean, it's like that's how it's always been, right? I mean, the vault, I don't know if the vault's ever really been like egregious, right? It's like pretty inoffensive.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But yeah, no, it's definitely less that the vault is bad and more just like
5.
It wasn't really
2.
something
1.
that like I think on one hand it's nice because it kind of gives you a weekly checklist of things to do, but also it's not again 7.
Wish I could be there to greet you, my
What year is this? Not 6 years good.
taken root, binding the ancient spirits to the will of my master.
Oh my god, he's Blood Elf. Why are my nameplates off?
This temple is under Gahul's power.
What? Did Doug hit something on my keyboard to my nameplates? Oh my god. Doug knew that I needed them turned off. I can't see. I can't tell what I'm targeting. I mean, like I can see it, but like... Wait, how do I have threat? How do I have threat of that guy? I can't see. The damage text is in my screen.
Only the
in my way.
strongest
Nameplates.
survive.
Enemy nameplates. Damn it, Doug. Doug ate the nameplates. I don't know what mine is. Yes, we're on the Days of Healing arc. Go again. Yeah, so I turned off my fucking thing. My nameplates. Wait, what is that? Not Sierra Leone, it's Guinea-Bissau? Guinea? Yeah, well, Sierra Leone is this country, I think. Croatia? No, that's not Croatia. Croatia is shaped like a C, though. Have you played Puddle? No, what's that? Cut the shape perfectly in half. Oh no, I have to cut 250 in half? Okay.
It is too far away.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Would you be willing to do a video on what you look for from logs, / how to interpret your own logs and how to improve?
4, 3, 2.
That video would get
1.
about 3,500 views. I do make videos sometimes that are more about like how to improve and less about specifics, you know, with the emphasis of like getting views on stuff, but also at the same time, like that video would be pretty low view count. I think I do think my raid series from this season, I will talk at least in some part about like looking at logs and how to tell whenever you're doing a good job and a bad job in raid, and like what are you specifically looking at on specific bosses. But for really in-depth stuff like that, not really. Oh my goodness. That actually hit me? Are you fucking kidding me? I lived. The stairs win again. Who's more powerful? Stairs or updated visuals? Clearly stairs. Oh no, Dazer's dead. Oh, Dazer's dead again. Never mind, Dazer's alive. Never mind, we're dead.
Wish you had lasted a little longer.
Yo, good morning. I'm an officer in my guild and do some log reviews when the main person who does is busy. And I found one of the problems is that people can learn from log reviews or invest enough to incorporate it. Yeah, I think that doing log reviews is kind of tough because you actually have to know what you're looking for a lot of the times. So like, how do I say that? So like, back after. So something that you have to like know is like what are you looking for whenever you're looking at a log, right? Are you looking on how to improve your own spec play? Are you looking on how to improve in the fight? Are you looking to try to see what somebody's doing right or wrong? Are you looking for cooldown timings? Like what are you looking for? I think is always like the first question that you have to ask yourself, right? And so Say you're looking for personal reasons, right? You're looking to try to figure out how to do more damage. I think the first thing is like I would go to like lorgs.io and see like cooldown timings, right? Like why are people pressing cooldowns at specific times? When are people pressing cooldowns at specific timings? That's one of like the easiest like solutions. Lorgs, LORRGS.io.
5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, and you can copy timings into a personal note from Lorgs. So that's a really good first starting point, in my opinion. So then other good stuff is like, okay, after that, I actually think that looking at VODs is very useful because something that's kind of underrated is positioning, right? Positioning, pre-positioning, maintaining uptime, right? That's going to be a really big deal. Obviously, whenever I'm talking about positioning, I'm a lot of times actually talking about like healers and DPS. That killed me.
Wasn't necessary.
I'm blaming Terrafall. Oh, by that phase? Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, so you can see where cooldowns are being used in specific phases as well, which I think is super valuable. Lorg is just a really good website for helping you learn what's going on with your play. I actually think WoW Analyzer, depending on the specialization, can actually be quite good too. Worst case scenario, WoW Analyzer is really good at telling you at a glance, what your uptime is looking like, and then you compare that to some of the top parses, right? So if it's a weird boss, you know, the average uptime in that fight might be 70%, but say you got like a 63. Like the maximum uptime of that fight might be 70%, but say you got a 63. You need to know that the average uptime of that is like 63 or 70%. So then you realize that you're missing that. You realize that you're missing 10% uptime. Watching a POV is really valuable. KR, I mean, we're trying something pretty aggressive in KR. Content with content being clear no matter what. I mean, he said that he wanted, like, would you make a video about how to analyze logs so you can get better, right? So he's implying that he's actually trying to improve as a person, not look at other people's logs and try to... I will say that that's something that people do that I do not approve of is... if you look at somebody else's logs on behalf of them and then try to tell them, hey, these are the things that you're doing wrong, you should do these to get better. Most people will not be appreciative of that. An average guild, a lot of people aren't motivated to put in the effort of getting better if the bosses are dying. Well, I mean, most... you say in an average guild. I even think that even in really high-ranking cutting-edge guilds, most people are pretty content with the level at which they're playing at, and they don't really care to get better. A lot of people will tell you that they care to get better, but that's not true. Like, if people truly care to get better, then it's... World of Warcraft is a game that you get better by preparation and spending more time thinking about things and continuing to, you know, practice and play and doing research. A lot of research can actually drastically improve your gameplay. Very few people are willing to do stuff like that. Most people just do not care about getting better. I would say 99% of the people who play the game do not care about getting better. Probably, even if you're in like a Race to World Last guild, it might be a situation where your entire guild doesn't actually care about getting better. I'm just fucking running this time. And like those people are getting cutting edge every tier, right? And it's probably a situation where 20 out of 20 people who are in on the final boss kill don't actually care about getting better. They'll tell you that they do. They'll tell you that they want to get better, but the truth of the matter is they probably don't. They're probably content with where they're at level-wise. Because if somebody truly cared to get better, they would actually put in more effort, right? Victory. I mean, most people are okay with not putting in more effort, right? Most people are just like okay with being at the level that they're at, and they don't really care about getting better or worse. It's just like more about admitting that to yourself and being okay with it. What does that effort mean? What do you think is the most effective use of time when you're looking to improve? I'll talk about this in terms of like raid, because Mythic Plus is a little bit different. So, because raid, I think it has the most concrete steps. So, say you're raiding at a cutting edge level. How much time outside of raid do most people probably spend looking at bosses outside of raid? The answer is probably 0 hours a week. Is the truth. You know, maybe they'll look at something for 10 minutes outside of raid. Now compare that to, this was the most relevant for me whenever I was playing Elemental Shaman on Dimensius, because I had never fucking played Elemental Shaman on Dimensius, and so I'll just use that as an example for me. Yo, good morning, Cleanse. So I've never raided on Elemental Shaman, never played Ele Shaman in raid in any capacity. I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna be I'm gonna be in shambles, right? I've played it in Mythic Plus only for half a season for a 0 to Hero challenge on stream, and that is 100% of my Ele Shaman experience. I don't have any other Ele Shaman experience outside of that. So I'm slotted in on Dimensius on this Ele Shaman. What is the first thing I do? Well, the first thing I do is I watch, before I even get to Dimensius, I watch, like, it had to be like 7 hours of Elemental Shaman VODs, just to try to figure out what the fuck is going on with their cooldowns. I sat there after raid every single night and watched VODs of Phase 1 Dimensius for what had to be 2 weeks. This is like just right after raid. I sat there and watched 1 hour of VODs just to try to see where am I missing casts, because my boss damage was really low. So the first thing I identified is that my boss damage is low. Okay, so you know, my damage to the ads whenever I'm pressing my Ascendants and I'm spamming my Chain Lightnings, all of my damage to the boss looks good. But my damage to the boss is low. Okay, so how do we improve that? Well, I sit there and I'm looking at all of the globals that I'm missing from not using my Ice Fury correctly. And so you're sitting there and I'm looking at, and I'm watching back. So I would stream on YouTube as well, so I get a VOD of myself, and I would watch that and I'd compare it to Bond, because in my opinion, Bond at this point in time was the best Elemental Shaman who was streaming progression. I could have watched it from a Race to World First perspective, but I instead picked somebody who I think is very, very good and was doing progression at a similar time to me. So, was watching him. So then, you know, that was just Phase 1. Then Phase 2 happened, and before we even made it to Phase 2, I had already watched, again, like I said earlier, probably 6 hours of streams of Elemental Shaman to try to figure out what the fuck they're actually doing in P2. So I already know that. Oh, actually, but even before all of that even happened, I DM'd Hippo and got him to send me his defensive timings for that fight, for when he was pressing both his Earth Elemental and when he was pressing his wall. Because on, you know, just in raid bosses, those things actually matter a lot. And so I had in NSRT a TTS lady telling me when I'm supposed to be pressing my defensives. So I didn't even have to think about pressing my defensives, because that shit was already mapped out for me. I ripped that shit from somebody else and just stole it, so I never really had to even think about it. So then we made it into Phase 2. And I already know from the intense amounts of VODs that I've watched that the first global on the first platform has to be Ascendance, otherwise it's not going to be up. And so, like, unless you study that, you're not going to know that. And so I know that has to be my first global there. I know that my damage is actually largely supposed to go into the boss, but I also know something that's kind of unique about that fight that not a lot of Elemental Shamans did, is that Chain Lightning, the entire phase, is better than actually pressing fucking Lightning Bolt even on the big ad, because you're getting a lot more resources. And so that's a damage game, but that's not something that everybody would come across through the natural course of learning the specialization. That's only something that you come across if you're actually doing a lot of research for the spec. And so, you know, not to go into then what I was doing for P3, because P3 is actually quite a bit easier than phases 1 and 2, just trying to learn like what was happening. But that's in my opinion, like, it starts by after every raid night, if you spend 1 hour a night looking at your VOD and trying to figure out where is your damage low by looking at logs and looking at your own damage, trying to figure out like what you can be doing better, that is like a good starting point for most people. Because most people probably don't even spend an hour a week looking at VODs, looking at their logs, looking at trying to how to improve. Instead, they probably spend 0 hours a week doing any of that. But if you spend 1 hour per raid night and just look at your own gameplay after raid, that's probably a really good place to start for most people. Like, obviously, I needed a lot of help because I had never played LA Shaman before. And as an end result of that, I ended up getting like an 80 percentile parse on our first fucking Dimensius kill, and I was top damage on the boss, I was top damage on the ads, I was top damage by a lot, right? And so I got a really good parse on a specialization I've never played before. And so I was super stoked. And like that felt really accomplishing, right? Like that took a lot of time, a lot of effort. I spent so much motherfucking time sitting there VOD reviewing. I will say as well, I think that having people in your guild playing the same specialization as you is very helpful. Mostly because I think that people in your guild playing the same spec as you kind of get a different perspective. You can DM them, and you guys can confirm your intuition on the fight itself. Or alternatively, maybe somebody comes to the table with something different. But also, you can just look at logs and see what other people are doing. And hey, this guy's doing more damage to this ad than me. Is there any way that I can do more damage to the ad? Hey, I'm doing more damage to the boss than this guy. Is there any way that like we as a group can improve? And so yeah, I think that just starting somewhere I think is valuable. Most people are unwilling to start. I would say that like just take an hour after raid. Every single night that you raid, just take an hour. Look at the logs, look at the VODs. And if you're really trying to improve, you're going to get better, right? But it's not just going to be about looking at your own VODs. It's going to be about looking at people that you think are better than you's VODs. And then you're like, oh, okay. But like if you can also look at their VOD and their log at the same time. That's why I don't really love looking at Race World First VODs, because you don't really get a log. And so like I can't see if like what I'm doing is like worse sometimes. Yeah. Outside the game review is by far the best way to improve. The reason that most people don't do it is because it's not very fun. And so like I don't blame people who don't do it, don't want to do it. Like it's the best way of getting better. Most people don't care to actually get better even if they tell you that they do. Yo, what up? Yeah, it's just not as fun as playing. And then for Mythic Plus, Mythic Plus logs matter a lot less, and VODs matter a lot more, I would say. Yeah, Sab gets around, bro. That guy's, he's active. He's got schmovement. Beam that.
A blood contagion almost wiped out the Zandalari as the dead choked their temple.
Yeah, log review for Mythic Plus is valuable. I think VOD review for Mythic Plus is more valuable. Mostly because Mythic Plus is really nuanced with like what's going on in each and every single pull, each and every single boss, right? And so looking at something like log Mythic Plus is just too dynamic. There's too much going on. It's really hard to look at a fucking log in isolation and be like, oh yeah, this is what's happening. Like, clearly this GM went into the dungeon and death touched the fucking mob. Like, I mean, skill issue, difference in skill. But like, logs can be good at checking some things, but certainly not everything. I think logs is actually good at checking everything. Mythic Plus logs specifically are just really fucking hard to look at. Logs really are the kind of the end all be all, right? They're the best thing that you can be doing. The problem with them is that it's kind of hard to tell what the person is thinking from a log in Mythic Plus. In a VOD, oh, it's really easy to tell what that guy's fucking thinking. Oh, that guy wasn't making a deliberate decision to DPS this mob down. This guy accidentally clicked on the wrong frame. it's a really weird intentional choice to be watching videos / listening to transcripts of articles during time for life outside to get better. Next 3 weeks, free time prepping. Yeah, I mean that's good too. I mean, taking prep work in the beginning of the season is also super valuable, right? I mean, looking at like when I think healing is like a pretty good example of this. Trying to figure out when you're supposed to be pressing, like as a healer collective, when are we all supposed to be pressing our healing cooldowns? Like that's something that takes time, right? But like knowing what's the most likely situation for you to press your cooldowns as a healer is always going to be it's always going to be really good. Heal plans? Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's overrated. I don't think it's overrated. I think it's kind of I think it's exactly like the fucking thing that I did where I DM'd Hippo about his defensive timings and he gave me his ERT note. I think it's the exact same thing. We're coming into the fight with like a plan of like where everybody's gonna press their fucking healing cooldowns and you don't YOLO them is like really good. Healer logs are hard to read. Oh yeah, sure. I mean, logs are hard to read in general. Yeah, I think just starting. I think also whenever you're looking at VODs and content or whatever, looking at them with intention to learn and get better as opposed to entertainment. I think that those are very different things, right? I think it's about intent. Like, because a lot of people will watch the Raced World first, or they'll watch a stream, or they'll watch a POV of somebody playing, and very infrequently do people watch it with the intent of how do I get better the next time I am in a similar position. Instead, most people just watch it as like a, you know, second monitor content, background, just like noise, like white noise, and just for enjoyment and for entertainment purposes, as opposed to like how do I improve. That shit's annoying. Like getting better is annoying. Who called out? Madge. Yeah, man, it's how it be. Like, how many people here are working a quote-unquote job with my stream on their second monitor, right? They're not getting any fucking better. They're not learning fucking King's Rest through osmosis. They're gonna have to get in there and do it themselves eventually. J-word. Fuck you, buddy. Yeah, fuck you. Use your stream as background. Yeah, it's valid, but that's not like learning, right? So I think that was my point. Is like it's not like a bad thing to do. I do it all the time as well, but it's more just like you gotta. Whenever you're learning, you're not just like sitting there trying to absorb shit through osmosis. You're trying to like learn. Fourth monitor content. Honestly, thank you. I appreciate being on the fourth monitor. I can't even see anything? Yeah, exactly. Which is fine. It's like that's like I watch a lot of content like that too, where instead of it's about intentionality, right? Oh my god. On the phone face down, watching intently while working a job. I work at a welder in a steel shop, you're not even on a second monitor, you're just in my headphones. Yeah, like... Invent new keybinds, yeah. Oh, not this one. The random WoW SFX, yeah. Yeah, those are my thoughts on like how to improve as a player. I mean, it's like, I think a lot of it's really about effort. Like, I think if you truly want to improve and you put time towards improving, you will get better. If you're okay with whatever level you're currently playing at, which again most people are, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think it really just depends on like individual goals. Like, if you're okay with the level you're playing at, you're probably going to continue to play at that level. How to die? Well, yeah. Full screen on my single monitor. Yeah, hog. How do you cancel that? View 1. Why is there a bright red ring around your Twitch profile picture? Because I changed my profile picture to look like that, yeah. Arctic, but he's a mage now. Oh my gosh. Arctic streams? Arctic's playing mage? I have so many questions. Oh. While I lay on my couch? No, that's valid as fuck. I watch streams while laying on the couch all the time. It's like while I'm writing a script on my laptop. And then I only look at it if it's like something's happening. I just use it as like background noise. Scripting. Yeah. I wish I was impressive enough to be able to riff a fucking 45-minute video about Sepulchre, the first ones, but as it turns out, I'm not that talented. Yeah, I don't know about ever. Wish you were just talented at anything. Yeah. Wow, we fucked up this dungeon. Okay, so you can skip 2 mobs now. Wait. How much is Zool? 30. Okay. Yeah, we changed it. Are you ready to go to work? Oh my gosh, good luck. Worked. You break into more 22s next year? That shit's hard. I will say, breaking into like a higher level of Mythic Plus tier is, I think there's a certain level where there's a lot of networking that's involved, right? Where you need to actually kind of like know people that are also capable of playing at that level. Like once you know people that are capable of playing at that level, it becomes like a lot easier. Like getting those connections is like that's normally the biggest. That's not bad actually. Pugging at a level like that, like near title level, is always gonna be fucking brutal. Oh my god. Is Aff the best spec right now? I think Marks is. No.
Even death cannot break the bond between us, my pets. Now feast, Zazama! Feast!
Okay, so Quaking Leap first leaps on the furthest player. What the fuck? It just keep... That's good, that's good. And apparently if you're bubbed, then it always leaps on you. That Gilded Destruction cast is always cast on the tank. And so if you just ping where the boss should go, that'll also help a lot. Fuck you particularly, yeah. Absolutely fucking owned. So like for that Gilded Destruction cast, like if all of your ranged are in a specific spot, say, and then like your tank can angle in a way that like, or like you just start pinging like the direction that they should take it. Or actually, where do we want to go?
This is why I am king, and you are nothing.
Yeah, it looks like Terethal was angling towards that, so that's why I pinged that way. But then our Warlock and our Shadow Priest didn't realize where we were going, right? So you can always predict that one. Then the other two are kind of like random. But they're like similar patterns, but they're like random. The fact that that kept leaping on him through bubble is hilarious to me. Victory.
Stands for now.
You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. Even now, his master gathers power. Zul will not rest until all the world is in the Blood God's grip. For the sake of Zandalar, and for your kingdoms as well, you must stop him.
Terethal says, I think they nerfed Blood Decay's damage unless I just sucked on that key. That'd be crazy. Alright. That was the last key today. Quick, if somebody gifts 5 subs, though, I'll give Doug a treat. Limited time discount. It's the latter. Yeah, he's just washed for sure. Some class tuning as well. Yeah, I mean they just like randomly hotfix nerfed Freightrunner's Flask. Bouncer God win. I don't know if I'm doing one for this season. They didn't really change too much.
Catalog every newcomer. I want to know secrets among these latest arrivals.
Yeah, Terathal's just fucking washed. Yeah, Yeah, I thought Aerithal was cooking personally. These are the item levels. Here, I'll list. In a bad way. 292. Yeah, I mean M0s are worth doing. So you can only do them one time, so you can only do them once during the August 11th week. All right. GG. Once per day? No. Once per week. It's on a weekly lockout for the first for the first week. Sorry. Bless me. Ah. Did they change that? It's only for the yes. They said that somewhere. I don't fucking remember. There's a post. Yeah. Mythic Zero and Great Vault clarification. Mythic Dungeons, Heroic, and Mythic Zero difficulties. It's on a weekly reset and drops 292 item level gear on August 11th. On week of August 18th, M0 is on a daily reset, drops 292 item level gear. Yeah, maybe we'll get some class tuning hotfixes. So we're on release candidates, so they no longer do like big weekly patches or whatever. So now they're only going to be doing, if they're going to be doing class tuning at all, they're going to be doing hotfixes. So we're probably not going to be getting too many more rounds of class tuning. Yeah. Now where we're at with the PTR. The PTR. Blood Decay Guide? Good question. I don't know. Alright. JJ. I'll be back. This day. Friday? I'll be back tomorrow. I'll stream again tomorrow. 07.